Hey everybody, Bryan here from the LTL podcast, and I'm continuing my coverage of the Moscow, Idaho 4 murders and Bryan Kohberger murder trial. I wanted to pull your attention to an article that I read from Inside Edition the other day, and I found a major error in their article. The article is quoting some sources off a new 48 Hours episode that was released actually last night regarding the Idaho murders. And I found this error to be really confusing. And it was just kind of beside myself that someone in the editing department didn't catch this and fix it before this article actually was put out. And what I want to do is pull up the snippet from the Inside Edition article, and then I want to compare that side by side to the PCA, which we know are then facts. So let's pull up the snippet that I have from the article. Again, this is from Inside Edition. And the article states, the parents of Kaylee Gonzalez and Xana Knodel tell 48 Hours that the two women attempted to escape their killer by fighting him off inside their off-campus home at the University of Idaho. Steve Gonzalez, the father of Kaylee, says that the coroner determined that Madison Mogen died first, following by his daughter. And here is the error. Kaylee and Madison had been lifelong friends and best friends. Obviously, we know that. And they were sleeping in Kaylee's bed the night on the third floor, which is not true. And let's take a look at the PCA, because the PCA is the actual information in this case. So here is the PCA, the snippet there when it actually describes when Payne found Madison and Kaylee together. So it says, I then followed Officer Smith upstairs to the third floor of the residence. The third floor consists of 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. The bedroom on the west side of the floor was later determined to be Kaylee Gonzalez, hereafter Gonzalez's room. I later learned from review of Officer Nunez's body camera, there was a dog in the room when Moscow police officers initially responded. The dog belonged to Gonzalez and her ex-boyfriend, Jack Decor. I found out from my interview with Jack Decor on November 13, 2022, that he and Gonzalez shared the dog. Officer Smith then pointed out a small bathroom on the east side of the third floor. The bathroom shared a wall with Madison Mogen's, hereafter Mogen's bedroom, which was situated in the southeast corner of the third floor. As I entered the bedroom, meaning Madison's bedroom, I could see 2 females in the single bed in the room. Both Gonzalez and Mogen were deceased with visible stab wounds. So they are describing in the PCA that both the victims, Madison and Kaylee, were found in Madison's room. So that error in that Inside Edition article should have been corrected. And it's been a few days. And I actually tweeted at Inside Edition that there was an error in the article. And I'll show you that tweet right here. So here is that tweet to Inside Edition. I said, I read a new Inside Edition article on air yesterday during my podcast, shocked to spot a glaring error in their reporting. Inside Edition reports Kaylee and Maddie were both found dead in Kaylee's bed the day after the murders, but according to the PCA, that is false. Kaylee and Maddie were found in Maddie's bedroom. Errors like this have fueled stress, misinformation, and spawned a lot of conspiracy theories in and around this case. And I hashtagged it Bryan Kohberger, hashtag Idaho 4, and hashtag fact check. And basically the 2 documents that I clipped, I just showed that in the tweet as well. So again, I think this is where there's been a lot of misinformation that has been reported about this case, along with a lot of media reports, blogs, the conspiracies that have been thrown out there, a lot of things that we've seen in and around YouTube that have created a lot of controversy and confusion about getting the facts straight in this case. And that's why I urge everybody, and I always say this all the time, if you want the most factual, relevant information, in my opinion, go to the Idaho Cases of Interest website, and I'll leave that down below, and you can look at all of the legal documents in this case. So I'm surprised, Inside Edition is a huge major network, a huge media reporting company, and to not fix that error, and it's been now, at least 3 or 4 days since I've tweeted, since I've looked that up and posted about it, and I'm sure others are talking about it as well. to not go back and retract or fix that. I just find that a little confusing. So how do you all feel? Do you think that there's been a lot of misinformation and a lot of misrepresentation in this case? What do you think is causing that? Do you think that reporting like this is skewing the facts and skewing the information in this case? Could it be social media, people putting, wrong information out there? So I'd be curious to see what you say. Leave some comments down below. If this is your first time over here, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. And I do a live show basically every night. Make sure to come back here and check out that content. Appreciate you all. Again, I'm Bryan from LTL Podcast, and I'll keep reporting on the Bryan Kohberger Idaho 4 murder case. See you on the next one. Peace.